Hey folks, listen, before I forget, regarding something that happened yesterday, I was coming back from Staple yesterday morning. I'm on the 2 train. I went to the Staple, which is up in the Bronx, after the 180th Street, that stop, Park something. Sorry about that. I went to Staple. I picked up some supplies for a homeowners association meeting. Uh, Always pray before you leave the house. So on the way back on the train, there's a lady. She has earphones. Tall woman. Even though she's sitting, I could tell she's a tall, kind of strong-looking woman. And I'm standing with my bag of supplies. Really don't need to be sitting because it's only a few stops from there to my home. Very short. I was happy with that. But it turned out to be a long ride out of nowhere. This is a woman that looks like she's listening to music and she's acting as though she's playing the piano, going like this, um, borderline attention seeking. And all of a sudden, she stands up screaming and cursing at a man and at a woman. I didn't know who she was cursing at. I said, is she cursing at me? But then she started making kind of mean observations regarding who she's cursing about. She runs back and forth from the end car to the other end car, and she kicks those doors, and then she runs back and she keeps cursing, and she's focusing on a smaller woman that was just quiet, minding her own business. And this smaller woman is sitting next to another young man. I don't know whether they were together or not. And then on the other side there was a middle-aged looking man. And this crazy woman looked very physically aggressive, and as she started getting closer to this young woman, the young man next to that young woman said, "Hey, keep your distance." And then the middle-aged man takes out his video, his cell phone, and he starts telling her, "Yeah, you better back up." So, and apparently she was also cursing at him. Just by certain things she said, I picked up that it was also him. Whatever was happening in this woman's mind, she focused on these two individuals that didn't even know each other, and then she keeps running back and forth and throwing high kicks. What are you gonna do about it? I'll kick you. So this middle-aged man stands up, and I realize he's wearing army fatigues, and he starts doing all these karate moves. He takes a stand, horse stands, cat stands, and those poles that you hold on to. He starts hitting it real hard, bah, 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 really fast. And you could hear some slight nervous laughter. And I try not to laugh. I said, "Oh boy, something bad is going to happen." And he just went on. I mean, he kept standing up and doing these karate things. And that woman sat down far from that area, but then she kept getting up. And still cursing, and then she pulled out what looked like a mace bottle, started shaking it. Long story short, he got off the station, and she kept eyeing. I think he went to the next car, but I think that it would have been tragic. I know that there was enough men that were there, kind of by their body language, ready to protect this younger woman that was sitting out minding her own business. Maybe not quite understanding what this woman was saying, maybe from a different culture. But it was really, really crazy. And the crazy thing about it, I'm saying, oh my God, am I going to have to be involved in this? Am I going to be part of the news? And the short ride, it would have been just 5 stops. It took such a long time. And I said, I'm going to get off this. I'm going to get off my stop, but I need to do something, because this woman doesn't seem to be de-escalating, and even though I could tell by body language certain people were getting close to the young lady, I looked at the 4 digits of the train car, and it was 6728, 2 train. So I said, I know there's a couple police officers there out there in the station. So when I got off, they were a bit off distance. So by the time I got to them, the train car was already moving. And I quickly told the officers, listen, there's a woman, she's bugging out, she's going crazy. And I gave them the number of the car, she's in car 6728. And it's just getting bad. I think she's very delusional, and I kind of, implied or let them know, I know about these things, and then when I told them about the karate guy, the officer started laughing. He says, he said, yeah, karate. I said, no, I know a bit about the martial arts. This guy, he knew something. It could have done serious damage. The officer says, then why didn't you do something? I said, well, I might know some karate or kung fu, but I'm not karate kung fu crazy. He started laughing, and then he started calling it in. He says, thank you. So, you know what? Be prayerful, care about your neighbors, know about your limitations, but don't be so disconnected. Do something, Just make it back home safe. And it is dangerous out there, so be sober, be lucid. God bless you. Take care. Bye-bye. Not karate crazy.